Just finished watching the Ironheart series. 3 episodes dropped last week, and now 3 more came out this week, basically wrapping up the whole thing. They've brought it to a close. And honestly, I've got to say, the overall experience wasn't that great for me. Now, usually, I write a full script for every review. But I figured, if they didn't bother writing a solid script for the story, why should I for the review? So today's opinion is going to be unscripted and straight from the heart. Just whatever I felt while watching the show, I'm going to put it all out there. And yeah, fair warning, this review will have spoilers. I feel like if I don't give spoilers, I won't be able to express my points clearly. Let's start on a positive note. Let's talk about what I actually liked in this 6-episode series. The first thing that stood out to me was the climax of episode 3. That entire heist sequence at the end had a good vibe to it. It added a little excitement. That was a high point. Then, the small MCU Easter eggs, like name drops of Iron Man and Doctor Strange. I like those touches. I especially appreciated how they tried to connect things back to Obadiah, Stane from Iron Man 1. It was good to see that character mentioned again, and that his arc progressed a little, even if it was through his son. Also, I'll give it credit for the VFX. The show looks good. You can't really complain about the visuals or CGI. They handled that part well. Visually, it gives you a solid experience. And then of course, the moment we'd been waiting years for, Mephisto finally appears. Yeah, it's kind of weird that they chose this show to debut such a major character, especially one that fans have been speculating about for so long. It feels odd to introduce him in a series that not many people are watching or hyped about. But still, I liked how Mephisto was portrayed. The way the deal and agreement process was shown felt very true to the comics. He's always creating those tricky situations, where the other person has no choice but to agree. And yes, while he's shown in human form, there is a brief moment where you can see his true Mephisto form in a reflection. So yeah, those were the things I genuinely liked. Now let's talk about what I didn't like, and honestly, aside from those few things, I didn't enjoy most of the show. First off, let's talk about the runtime. Each episode is 40 to 50 minutes long, and every episode feels super slow-paced. I actually felt the time dragging while watching it. One of the biggest issues for me was the arc of Ironheart, Riri Williams. I just didn't like how her character was written. She's portrayed as a genius, which I'm okay with. I get it. She's supposed to be incredibly smart, someone who can rival Tony Stark, but it all feels like it's just being told to us through dialogue. You never feel it through her actions. It's like they're trying to show a humble, grounded hero, but instead of proving it through her actions, she just talks about it all the time or constantly plays the victim card. This was the same issue I had with She-Hulk's character. She never really showed why she was the best lawyer. She just kept saying society held her back. That same problem is repeated here. Riri keeps complaining that Tony Stark only became Iron Man because he was a billionaire and had resources. She says she can't build her suit because she doesn't have billions of dollars. Another thing, originally, we thought Riri's character was inspired by Iron Man. She was building the suit because she admired Tony Stark, but the show makes it clear that she's not really a fan of Tony. In fact, she kind of seems jealous of him. It's pointed out that her stepfather was a big fan of Tony Stark, which maybe explains some of that jealousy. It's like she wants to beat Tony Stark through her actions, not because she respects him, but because she wants to prove she's better. But again, that genius side of her never really comes through in action. Just think about this. She's supposed to be super smart, right? Yet to make money, she's involved in illegal stuff. She's got access to MIT, has worked in Wakanda, met Shuri, and still can't earn a decent living legally? That doesn't add up. And speaking of Shuri, why doesn't Riri contact her for help? Wakanda has all the tech she needs, and the explanation given is super vague. Shuri is going through a lot already, so I can't ask her for help with my small problems. That just feels fake. Your life is in danger, and you're worried it would be awkward to ask for help? What kind of personality is that supposed to show? The writing here is just strange. Overall, Riri's character writing feels really weak. You're watching someone who's supposed to be a superhero, but she keeps playing the victim card. In superhero stories, usually it's the villains who say, "This happened to me, so I became bad." Heroes don't usually say that. And yet here, the victim angle is used over and over for the hero. Now let's talk about the main villain, the Hood. His character is barely explained. He's just shown stealing stuff. He's got a team of a few strange characters, and we're never told why they're bonded, what their backstory is, or what their motivation is. They do a few missions in the show, but why they're doing it is never explained. The Hood's character is written in a very weird way. His arc is poorly set up, and his motivations are unclear. There's also Obadiah Stane's son. His arc is set up too. And yeah, I did like that Obadiah got mentioned, but his son's story feels really childish. Anyone who's watched the show will get what I mean. Overall, If I had to sum up my experience, neither the hero nor the villain are well written. Even the side characters aren't very memorable. If anything leaves a little impact, it's Mephisto, but even that doesn't make you excited for the future. And I know some people will say, why are you being so harsh? Why all the hate? But look, I've been following Marvel for a long time. You could say I'm a fan, and it's the job of a real fan to give honest criticism. I'm not someone who's just going to accept whatever they throw at me and blindly say it's good. Don't expect that from me. I didn't like this show, and I'm saying it openly. There's no personal hate here. I just believe a true fan is someone who steps up and gives honest feedback. Someone who can say, hey, this didn't work for me. That's the difference between an honest fan and a blind one. Otherwise, we're just like the trolls on Twitter with burner accounts spreading hate all day. So yeah, everything I said was just my honest criticism, not hate. Because it's only through criticism that things improve. Remember, Marvel made so many changes to their future plans because fans gave them tough feedback. What did you think of the Ironheart series? Let me know your opinion in the comments. And if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe to the Archieverse.